Hey, what's up, internet? I know I haven't made a video in a while, but finals are over. So that being said, now I can get on to doing stuff like this when work's not very busy. A couple little bits of housekeeping to get over with first. If you've been keeping up with me on Twitter or been just watching the videos, Bionicle Journey to Home, that show that I'm making, which I'll link the trailer in the description and in the card of the video, is almost finished. There are 3 more voices that I need because the person who I was going to have do those 3 voices has finals now and they're just busy, and I want to get this done before the COPA stuff comes into effect at least, and then see what's going to happen from then on. So yeah, there's 3 more voices. I'll link them in the description along with lines that you can use if you want to try out for that. And my email will also be in there, my business email. Please don't spam it. And yeah, with that out of the way, I found the Cyberverse Deluxe figures. Somehow. These were at EB Games, and I have been told that they're also at Toys R Us. So, if you live in Canada, go check your Toys R Us's and your EB Games, because you might find these. I ended up buying 2. I got this guy and Optimus. So, yeah, here's Shockwave. So, before we get into the actual toy, let's look at the packaging first. Just to give a quick rundown. I like how we get Build-A-Figures now in Transformers. That's really cool. It's called Bumblebee Cyberverse Adventures. I can't remember off the top of my head. Is that what the show's called? Or is it just a show just called Cyberverse and that's just the name of this line? I don't know. Anyways, you got the name right there. It says Transformers. This looks a lot like the Siege packaging. I don't have any Siege packaging here to show. Not Siege, sorry, Studio Series. This looks like Studio Series packaging. Hang on. Yeah, it looks like, here's a Studio Series box. They look very similar. I actually like these boxes, so I think these look really cool. But yeah, anyways, on the side, you've got Decepticons. On this side, you have, what's-his-face, Mac Adam. And then on the back, the one thing I really wanted to show off here, there's your product shots, is this. So the first 4 figures that have come out so far are these. And the stores I went to had all of these. He's going to be the peg warmer, by the way, because they had about 6 Bumblebees and 1 of everyone else. So, yeah. But anyways, there's all the bits to build Mac Adam. If you bought any Marvel Legends, you'll know how this works. But these figures are the next ones. I'm excited for those 2, and I have no idea who that is. Who is Thunderhowl? I've only seen up to Season 2, Episode 10, so I don't know who that is. But that's the box. It's just like a Studio Series box and whatever, so nothing special about that. You've seen how those work. And before I get into Shockwave himself, let's look at what he comes with. So, first of all, let's get the Build-A-Figure piece out of the way. You get Mac Adam's leg. Not as great as I thought it would be, actually, because, the wheel's not painted, the feet don't move at all, and it's just a ball-jointed knee. But still, it's pretty cool. It's a nice little addition. I actually can't wait to build Mac Adam because that's going to be cool. You get a gun, a kind of useless gun because Shockwave, he has his hand cannon. But this looks really nice. Very nicely detailed. Very nicely painted too. So I actually like this a lot, this gun. This gun looks really nice. And it would go really well with a lot of other figures. So it's nice that they included that. And then you actually get effects parts. You don't have to buy like separate, smaller figures that you don't really want to get effects parts. So this is like a blast effect, and this is another shooting effect sort of thing. They plug into each other like that. And they can plug onto the front of this gun here. If I can get it. There we go. So it looks like that. That's pretty cool. Or you can just use, this one by itself. Just like that. Or you can plug this onto anything that's a 5mm peg. So that's pretty cool that you get those. Now onto the actual toy, Shockwave. So, first of all, what is this? This is a spider tank, and it's definitely my least favorite alt mode for Shockwave. He's had it's my second least favorite. Energon Shock Blast just kind of sucks, but this is still weird. It looks cool, but it doesn't suit Shockwave. But just getting closer so you can take a look at how it looks. It's very, very accurate to what it is in the show, though, because in the show it's a flat spider tank, so this kind of looks like that. I mean, the back is just his legs. His legs are just there. But overall, it looks really cool. It looks much better than the Warrior class version, which I'll bring in right now. I really liked this thing, and then I bought this, and now I don't like this anymore. This is more of like a bulky, fat looking thing that's not very accurate to the show, and then you look at this and you're like, oh my god, that's just so much better. But yeah, there you go. There's a little quick comparison, so you can see them next to each other. That's just hideous. Just saying. I never understood this. Like, what is that? That's nothing. That's just stupid. But this one also has a problem with its cannon, which I will get to in robot mode. So that's my one major complaint with this toy. But just for more comparisons, here he is next to another Cyberverse Warrior class figure. There's Starscream, so you can get a sense of how he scales. Next to another current mainline Deluxe, here he is next to a Siege figure. This is Siege Sideswipe. So you can see he's pretty much just like your standard Deluxe size. So that's nice. Well, standard modern day Deluxe size. Because here he is next to a Titans Returns Deluxe. And as you can see, you know, Blur is much longer, much bigger than Shockwave is. Oops, and I bumped the camera. And then just for the heck of it, here he is next to the previous animated series Warrior class scale. Here's Bumblebee with the repro labels, which I recommend you buy because they're great. So he's about similar size to that. So size-wise, he's pretty good. The other figure I got was Optimus, and he's tiny in vehicle mode. But anyways, transformation of this guy, it's very similar to this with a few extra little twists. So if you have this, you'll get used to this transformation pretty quickly. So the first thing you want to do is remove the cannon. Easy enough, just slide that out of there and toss it aside. For now, then you want to take this and fold it up just halfway and rotate the waist. And then just straighten out the legs. Stand him up. Raise up the camera. You can also see that he's just kind of like poking out the bottom there. Just like all the other versions are just like poking out the bottom. Arms, you want to take this section and pull it up. Bring these sections, fold them back. And then twist the arms around just like so. Rotate this around and fold these down. Bring this up, clip it in. Flip it back around, rotate the arms. This is really cool how this works actually. You unfold this, flip the arm out and just shove that in there. I really like that. I wasn't expecting, excuse me, I wasn't expecting something like that. So let's do the same on this side here. Oops, you should do that properly. And then you just bring the chest plate down until it goes click and bring up the ears. And there you have Shockwave. I know I'm not centered. In his robot mode, I'm still getting used to the new camera because I got a new phone, right? So, and there you have Shockwave. And that just looks, that looks really nice. This looks really cool. However, you might notice something a little off about him. He has two hands. He's not supposed to have two hands. So you take the cannon and the backpack. You open the backpack up. You take this, oh, there, dust not included. Take this section here and just slide that in. Just like that. Close that back up. Bring the cannon around. Peg it into his hand. And there you have Shockwave, fully complete, with his hand cannon. And he just looks really cool. Looks really, really nice. Head sculpt is standard Shockwave. The paint detail is really nice. I like this purple panel lining that they got going on. Overall, it's just really cool looking. He's kind of hollow at the back, but Cyberverse, what do you expect, right? I did not expect them to make deluxes for Cyberverse, and yet they did. But my one major problem with this toy is the hose. So I got to talk about the hose. If you're planning on buying this, which I hope you do because it's great, the hose is a bit of an issue. So in the box, it comes packaged like this. It comes squished onto his back. And it's a rubber material, so it's going to stay like that. If you go to position his arm in any way, it's just going to drag it down because the hose is too stiff. So I haven't tried any fix of this yet because I did just get this like 3 days ago. So what I might do is I might stick it next to a space heater and see if that softens it up, but it'll just go hard again afterwards. So there are a couple solutions to this if you want to pose them around. The first one is you just remove the hose and you can just pose him however you want and make it look like the hose is going behind his arm. Or you can just straight up remove the hose. You can just pull it out from under there and boom, Now that doesn't bug me too much, but this might bug some people who really want the hose to be there. So, and it just clips in right underneath the arm. Fold this section down. Put that in there. Boom. Excuse me. So for his articulation, very posable. Also wasn't expecting to be very posable. The head can rotate a full 360, but it's very stiff on my copy. Come on, there we go. Arms are on a ball joint. They can do whatever ball joints can do. Bicep swivel, 90-degree bend at the elbow. Actual wrist swivel, which was very surprising. Waist swivel, although it's below the hip skirts, so sometimes it can just look a bit weird when the hip skirts are all up like that. Legs can go forward, back, in and out. They're on universal joints. He has a above the knee swivel. So, and he bends that far at the knee. And the feet can go forward, back, and he has ankle tilt. So, very, very posable. I was not expecting that at all. And just to show you him next to the other figures, here we have the original Warrior Class version. And that's a large difference. That is a very large difference. I'm very happy with how this new one turned out, minus that hose. But you can just see some of the differences that are going on here. The paint is so much better. The cannons are different. Like the way the colors are going on the cannons are a bit different. The pattern on the waist here is slightly different, and the pattern on the legs is just, well, it's indented here and it's extruded here, so it's just a matter of how they did that there. But yeah, this one far superior though. Here he is next to a Siege figure, just so you can get a sense of how he scales with a mainline Deluxe from another wave, or another line I should say. I don't have any Studio Series Deluxes close by, so I'm not, plus Studio Series sizing is always inconsistent. But yeah, here you go. Also, I was curious, and I haven't tried this yet. Siege ports. Aha, Siege ports can hold these things, which they can also peg in. He's got ports on his legs and on his shoulders so that it looks like he's being shot. So you can plug the effects parts into there. I forgot to mention that. But they work with Siege. Boom. Now he has he's lactating. I'm gonna stop now. Here he is next to another Warrior Class figure. Here's Starscream. This sucks, by the way. Just saying. I glued the wings down and all that. I'm not sure if I made a video about that already or not, but he sucks. He really does. What else did I have? Here's a previous animated series deluxe scale figure. Here's alrighty Bumblebee. And Shockwave's taller. Wow, I actually haven't seen these two next to each other, so I'm surprised. Shockwave's taller. This, by the way, is actually really good once you put the stickers on it, so I'd recommend doing that. And here he is next to just another Deluxe figure, and he is shorter. He is definitely shorter than the older Deluxe size, not by much, but he is shorter. So, and just for the heck of it, here's. I'll get to him next. He's much better than Shockwave. Just gonna say that right now. Just gonna say that right now. You can also give him his hand cannon. I forgot to show that off. Boom. He can hold his gun. You can plug this in to his cannon right here, and he can shoot people in the head if his arm doesn't want to. If his arm wants to stay. Look, it's moving. But yeah, overall, he's really good. I really do like these new Deluxe class figures, and I can't wait to see the rest of them. I actually really want Megatron now, because when I was at the store, they had the 4, and I was like, Bumblebee, you know how I feel about Bumblebee, right? But Megatron looked cool, but I can't stand his legs. His legs just look off. So I got this and another one, and I kind of want to get Megatron now, but they are $30. They are 30 Canadian dollars, so that is... It's worth the price, I think. Plastic quality is pretty good. It's not like Siege plastic quality, but it doesn't feel like this thing, which has terrible plastic quality. So the plastic quality is good, but it's not the best. The articulation is great. The detail is really nice. The paint work's really good. A lot of times Transformers, their paint work just doesn't look like... I mean, that paint work is terrible. This paint work is probably like the same amount of paint on the toy, but it's just put in places that make more sense, that it just looks better. So I like that. I like that a lot. And Optimus does that too. So I would recommend buying these. They're pretty cool. Anyways, that has been my look at Shockwave. Go ahead and hit like and subscribe and all that sort of stuff before COPPA removes all that, most likely. I don't know what that's going to be like come January 1st. And I have Patreon down below. I'll start using it once people are on it. You don't have to use it if you don't want to, blah, blah, blah. You know, all that sort of stuff. Please check out Bionicle Journey to Home stuff. I will link that playlist in the description. I got the trailer. I put it the thing. I'll put that at the end as well. So yeah, that's it. That's Shockwave, and I definitely recommend it. So, goodbye.